Hey kids, welcome to episode 3 of the RAD Cast. I'm your host Mike Jones. Joining me as always,
Nathan Duva.
Awesome, cool. If there's anything you guys, if we're talking about and you don't want to listen to it, in the description below is everything that's been listed. So there's time codes in there, so you want to click and skip ahead, you're more than welcome. But this week, I think it's pretty damn fucking packed, I'll tell you that.
Oh, it is.
It's good. A lot of shit happened this week, which is nice.
Woo!
A lot of good stuff, a lot of varied stuff as well. So if you're not like in DC or not like Marvel or whatever, we got stuff for everyone.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. You want to start off with the biggest thing this week?
Oh, it's Batman vs Superman trailer. The last one, the final one.
Oh, and they went out with a bang.
And it came out just as we finished the last podcast.
Yes, it did. Ridiculous. Perfectly timed. Thanks, Warner Brothers.
Oh,
yes, it literally came out
right
after we posted the last week's episode, which is.
And me and you both agreed that if we just got that trailer, that would be fine until the movie came out.
Yeah.
It covered just enough that we needed to.
I'm done. No more trailers. No more TV spots. Just that trailer. I scrapped the other two trailers even. I mean, the first one was good. The second one was kind of average. But this one was the climax to it all.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the best trailers I've ever seen. Definitely the best comic book movie trailer I've ever seen. 100%.
Yeah.
I can't think of a one that got me more jacked. Everyone kind of hated on the music, but I didn't mind the music. I thought it was kind of cool.
No, the music fitted it with the hitting.
Yeah, it was kind of hitting
drum
and stuff. I don't know. I think
stuff.
people went off with a bit of a kind of like a.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they thought it was a bit maybe metal, kind of sounding, I guess. But I think it's all right. But yeah, so kind of going through the trailer, there's a few things that I noticed that I actually really liked. I liked kind of like more hands-on Alfred. I liked kind of because there was a rumor a little while ago about him being ex-military.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I like the fact that he's got a bit of sass as well. I like that. But he's got some quips. I like it. He kind of puts Bruce in his place.
He knows the operations. Like, he's been in the game at this timeline. He's been in the game for a while now.
Yeah.
Like, he'll be like, yeah, let's just do it again, blah blah blah, and he's kind of just normal for him now.
And I like the fact that instead of Bruce just kind of, well, not even more like Batman just being like, oh, they're on the third floor, drop me off at the second. I like the fact that Alfred's the one suggesting it. Yeah. Like, he's a strategist. He knows what he's doing. And that kind of dynamic, almost that like Alfred's Batman's Robin replacement, was kind of how it felt a little bit. And that was pretty sweet. But the combat was sick.
Combat's a lot like
it's a straight
Arkham games.
Yeah, it's straight up Arkham City. Yeah.
He double punches. He uses more gadgets in the fighting, like how he disables the guns.
Yeah, that
or
was
he uses
sick.
the grappling like I guess hook or.
It was like a grappling hook thing. Yeah. Because it's like
got a grappling gun as well.
They edited the trailer a little bit weird, but essentially he like smashes up out of the ground just straight from Dark Knight Returns.
Yes.
He smashes up out of the ground. Then he like lands on that beam.
Yeah.
Throws like the short circuit discs, I guess, sticks to the guns, then just drops down and just fucking takes them out. The bit where he punches the guy and his neck, holy shit! Straight up, he's dead.
Brutal.
And he's not unconscious, Bruce. You're not fooling anyone. That was pretty baller. I'm trying to think of other stuff, man. Like,
the other thing from Dark Knight Returns is when we saw his boots.
Oh yeah. When he goes to like kick Superman.
Yeah. So he's got the tread or the spikes.
Yeah. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty cool, man.
I'm loving how they're sticking to. It's like more for the fans as well.
Yeah.
Like people that just watch it will be like, they wouldn't even see that.
No, they just think, oh, he's got boots. Cool.
He's got boots. Yeah, cool.
And it's not. And the nice thing about it as well, like, not to discredit Nolan's Batman, because I do love Nolan's Batman, but this one's the first one that's felt like it's like we have 75 years or 75 plus years of history.
Yeah.
Why don't we use it? We've got critically acclaimed graphic novels, award-winning games, the animated series as well, which is like fantastic, right, back in the 90s. And it's like we've got all this stuff to kind of
go by.
Help
us, yeah.
Yeah, instead people are like, no, I'm making my version of Batman. It's like, fuck your version of Batman. Give me the version of Batman.
Yeah.
Give me animated Arkham graphic novels. You know, it's like, and I think that's what Zack Snyder's done really well, is that it's like,
He's pleasing the fans a lot.
Yeah, it's pleasing the fans. And even the suit as well. It's like...
It's
a drawing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's straight up.
The texture looks really cool.
The texture really cool, yeah. He can move his head as well, which is kind of sweet.
Oh, God.
He's the first Batman to be able to actually do it. Nolan's could, but it was the fact because the help with a cowl and the shoulders were separated so he could move it. Yeah. But this one's a whole one piece. Yeah. And he can move it, which is pretty sweet. Batman going through a building... was pretty fucking rad.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty sweet. The action, man. Like, I think this is going to be good. If Snyder can do one thing well, it's a fight scene.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is basically 300, but with Batman and Superman.
I wonder how much you can feel in that suit.
Yeah, true. I mean, if you're going through a building, there's a fair chance that you're gonna feel it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be some pretty thick fucking steel to not be able to feel that. And there's even a bit in the trailer which I thought was really sweet, which was it's very sharp and you kind of don't really even notice it, but the way it's done is kind of in a weird way poetic. I'm gonna sound like a high school English teacher for a second about connotation, but there's a bit where like Batman throws a boomerang and takes out a guy, and then a split second later he shoots Superman and Superman catches it. And there's a juxtaposition I thought was kind of cool of like, he's used to throwing things and taking guys out.
Yeah.
This fucker can't be attacked like that. It's that strategy of like, can't hit him with my car. I can't throw things at him. I can't. How do I defeat this guy? And it's cool to see Batman
old-fashioned man beatdown.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, you know, from Batman's perspective, this guy literally is a god. So I thought that was really, really cool. Also, Wonder Woman speaks. Finally, It's only taken 2 years of 2 years of production and 19 trailers later.
She's just a mute.
She's just a mute for the whole movie. Cool. I mean, I liked her line. She seemed fine.
I'm not like disappointed with the accent.
Yeah. She had like a slight accent. I thought that was alright.
Well, I mean, she's Amazonian. You expect some kind of not normal, just American language.
Yeah. And she's Israeli as well, so she actually has like a pretty thick accent in real life. Because I remember that at DC Dawn of Justice special a couple of weeks ago. That was she has a pretty thick Israeli accent. So that was kind of cool. They gave her like bit kind of ethnic and a bit kind of American. I thought it was kind of cool.
And she leaps. She doesn't fly.
Yeah. I was gonna say she doesn't fly. How do you feel about that? Does it bother you?
It doesn't really bother me, no. But she can still. I'm thinking she'll still do all the other things. Like she's obviously the same strength as Superman.
Yeah.
She can. Well, she's got pretty much Superman's abilities. I don't think she has laser vision.
No,
she doesn't.
She's like super strong. She's not bulletproof, but she's got her gauntlet things and she has like great reflexes.
She's more battle. Like I think her fighting style is more gladiator type than Superman's just brawl.
Yeah, and
she's got the sword and shield.
I think they did it good as well. Like, yeah, exactly. They've reflected it in her like weaponry.
She's older, isn't she?
Yeah, she's
in the movie. It was 5,000 years old. She is?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, she's like Wolverine kind of age. Like no one really knows really how old she is. Yeah.
She doesn't look a day over like 20. Whatever.
Yeah. I don't even know how Gal Gadot, how old she is. I think she's like
she's probably under 30.
I think she's like 28. Yeah. And then. With the no flying thing, it didn't really bother me too much. A lot of people's kind of gripes with it, with the fact that it's a bit like they kind of depowered her.
Yeah, but no one knows like how far she can leap. She could probably jump from the floor to a building. Yeah, and they could still say, "Oh, it's not flying. It's just like how Hulk jumps."
Yeah, true.
Like it's just a jump, but technically it's like Jessica Jones. She's like, "I'm just falling."
Yeah, it's like a guided fall.
But she can fly. She just doesn't know.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. I would even say maybe I don't know if they will, but maybe there's kind of a way, I don't know if they will
she'll fly in Justice League.
I was going to say, do you think she'll learn how to fly? Oh. Yeah, like eventually? Would it be like, you remember in Man of Steel?
She probably learns how to fly outside the screen. Like the next movie she'll fly. Or maybe in her movie she'll fly.
And also, people are saying that she doesn't fly. We don't really have proof she doesn't fly.
Yeah, because jumped.
She just jumped. That doesn't mean she can't fly. It just means in that situation she jumped.
You probably get more momentum jumping from the floor forward than in the sky going from nothing going down.
Yeah, true, yeah. So she might fly, she might not fly.
Don't know how that works, but the rules of comics and physics stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all different. And then what was one of the last things was the suit, how he blocked the
punch block. So
cool. His face.
It's so rad. It's just the face of
his face is the thumbnail for like all the news stories as well. His shocked face.
Just his shocked face. Yeah, it's everywhere, man. And I like how I think it'd be cool in the movie as well when it's done, because I think we're gonna get a lot of shots of Batman's face just being genuinely scared.
Yeah.
And then genuinely threatened, and then just that moment where he's cracked how to defeat him, and he just blocks the punch, and Superman has the face that Batman had a few scenes ago.
Well, one of Batman's favourite things to do is his favourite thing to see in someone else is the fear they have for him. Like, after reading Dark Knight Strikes Back, he kept saying, like, how, like, when he was, like, beating, like, Luthor, he he was just saying like, oh, there it is, that thing I want. He's like, what? And he's like, oh, that fear in your eye I look for every time, like, blah blah blah. But that's probably what he just wants to see, the fear in this god's eye. I'm just a man.
I think it'd be great, exactly. And it's like I think Lex says it in the trailer.
But what do you
like
think?
The best gladiator fight in the history of the world. Man versus God. I like that. That's so cool, man.
What do you think about the suit though? Like, you think it's laced?
Yeah, I reckon kryptonite. I think it's too Dark Knight Returns to not have the element of kryptonite. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's so Dark Knight Returns, and that fight heavily relied on
kryptonite. Relied on Oliver.
Yeah, Oliver Queen. I don't know. I don't think it'd be in it. I think you know what I reckon. I think if he was in it, we would have found out by now.
And if he was in it, it can't be the TV. It would be like an older one.
Yeah, Old Man.
And he would have to have one arm if they're going off that.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Because there's no Carrie Kelly as well. That's another thing. Well, potentially. But yeah, I think it's kryptonite. I think it'd be kryptonite laced. I can't really see how you would do it otherwise. It's clearly not just his suit blocking his punch, because that's not going to happen.
Yeah, no.
Like, there's no way.
You can punch a building out.
There's a bit in the scene where he literally just
pushes him. Yeah,
he pushes him with like the slightest tap,
the force,
and he just flies. Yeah. So there's no way he's blocking that punch. Speaking of Carrie Kelly, actually, that is a perfect segue into getting better at this. Into Jena Malone. Apparently, it was some leaked list of all the actors in the film, and kind of their role in it got leaked. This is 100% speculation. There's no confirms. The only way to really confirm it is in like a month's time when the film comes out. Yeah. But apparently she's playing Barbara Gordon.
She also has red hair.
She also has red hair, which is true. She looks like Barbara Gordon as well, which I thought was cool. She fits. Yeah. She's worked with Snyder before. She worked with him on Sucker Punch, and Snyder likes rehiring the same actors. Yeah.
A lot of directors do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you just work with someone, you get along with them. Why wouldn't you hire them again?
It's like Quentin Tarantino and Sam L. Jackson.
Yeah, true. He always kind of hires the same similar people. Yeah, if it works, it works. But it was specifically listed as Batgirl, not Oracle. Okay. Which, I mean, I don't know. I would have been happy with either. You know what I thought about as well? I've thought about this. Yeah. Is that if it's Batgirl, not Oracle, right?
I think I know where you're going with this.
Batman will eventually he's already signed on. Ben Affleck signed on for 3 solo Batman films. Yeah. So there's Justice League, Batman v Superman, and then 3 solo films. Red Hood will be one of them, 100%. There's no way they're not going to do Red Hood. Has to be. Red Hood, I reckon we do a Killing Joke.
Yeah, I was going to say you could have, if she's Batgirl, or set up Joker.
Set up the Joker in Suicide Squad.
Was Jared Leto signed on to any?
Yeah, I think he would. I think he would have to absolutely bomb. Like, people are just like, Suicide was amazing, Jared Leto, fire him. If it was like unanimously decided, I think they'd fire him. Yeah. But I think for the time being, I think the cast we have is the cast we're going to stick with. Yeah. I mean, even Man of Steel got mixed reviews, but they still kept Henry Cavill. So, I mean, that says a lot. I think he would have to be absolutely hated by everyone.
No, he'll be fine.
I think Jared Leto will be fine. I don't have any... I have no issues with the cast. I have the issue with the creative directing of David Ayer. I think he's a bit hit and miss. Yeah. But yeah, so Batgirl, not Oracle, that could lead into a Batman solo film. And also we'll cover it a little bit later, but I kind of feel like if you're going to do Killing Joke, you would have to make it R-rated. Yeah. I can't see how you can't... In that film, in the comic, there's a heavy influence of like crippling someone, obviously, fairly graphic. There's a lot of like sexual assault in that graphic as well, a graphic novel, and I feel like that's something I don't know how. I mean, you could tone it down a lot, I guess, and pass it off as PG-13, but it's a pretty dark story. Yeah. So I think them doing Batgirl and not Oracle, I think, is a big hint as to what's coming. Because don't forget, in this time frame, Batman's been Batman for a while. Yeah. So in the timeline, it would make sense for her to be Oracle because they've passed their prime. So there's a very specific reason it's Batgirl, not Oracle, which I think would be kind of cool. I still kind of want Carrie Kelly. It's a bit unfortunate that it's not. I thought from day one it was Carrie Kelly. Yeah.
Otherwise, she might just appear as Catgirl.
Oh yeah, I doubt they're taking anything from Strikes Back. But yeah, that'd be a weird kind of vibe. But so I think that'd be kind of cool. Also, Ezra Miller was listed as a cameo specifically listed as a cameo, but he was also listed in costume as a cameo, which I thought was kind of odd. But I remember that rumor a little while ago about the whole like Lex has Aquaman and the Flash locked up, a bit like the Nazis from Avengers: Age of Ultron, when they had the two Russian Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, and they had them locked up and kind of experimenting on them.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it was the end of Winter Soldier.
Hydra had them.
Yeah, Hydra had them. The post-credit scene. Yeah, so I think that could be possible. I would like Ezra Miller as Barry Allen as a cameo. I don't really want him in costume. Do
you want him you want him with powers though? Yeah.
Yeah, he has powers, but we don't see the powers.
But we don't see them.
Yeah. That's how I prefer it to be, which I think is kind of cool. Also riding the DC train. Another kind of huge leak. I mean, I feel like Dan Amboyer. Wow, what a fucking name. Dan the Man. I'm just calling him Dan. I feel like Dan's going to get in a lot of trouble for this one. He basically just straight up said he was Green Lantern without saying it. You know what I mean? Like, a lot was said without being said.
Yeah.
But I mean, the rumours... the thing is, on IMDb, he's listed as a drone pilot. Hal Jordan, of course, pilot for the Air Force, fighter pilot for the Air Force. But then on his personal website, so Dan, whatever.
Dan.com.
Dan.com. Oh, if you got Dan.com, that's a good get. He's listed as Lieutenant Christie, and Lieutenant Christie isn't a character. And so it's like Lieutenant and drone pilot, it's just Lieutenant Hal Jordan, you know what I mean? I feel like the Lieutenant Christie is a bit of a misdirect. It's whenever they have, it's like when movies have code names, when they're in pre-production. Like, I remember, I think it was like Christopher Nolan's, his Dark Knight wasn't, it was called like Someone's Kiss or something.
Oh,
like,
really?
it's really obscure. Okay. So people think it's completely misdirect. I feel like the Lieutenant Christie thing is a bit of a misdirect. Yeah. He also mentions about how the name appears on him at one point. And that's kind of the brown bomber jacket that Hal Jordan wears has Jordan on it. So, I mean, like, at this fucking point in time, you know what I mean? Like, if he's not Green Lantern, I'd be almost disappointed, really, at this point. Like, to say all that shit and it just be absolute BS, I think would be kind of crap. But, yeah. Remember that bit he said about the planet thing? Where he goes...
he'll turn up on another... Literally.
Yeah. He's like, all of a sudden you're on another planet, literally. When he was like, because he was like talking about when he was on set. I was like,
see, because I don't know.
There's a fucking Green Lantern Corp scene. Holy shit.
I know, but it was. I don't know if that would take too much away from like being a whole clusterfuck of like everything.
I think we've passed the point of clusterfuck. If it's clusterfuck done well, I'll be happy. If it's clusterfuck done Spider-Man 3, I won't be.
Yeah.
Or even for that fact, Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yeah, Spider-Man's not had a good track record for clusterfucks, has he?
No.
So I mean, like, he's on about how he's like, oh yeah, we're filming this, and like we're here, then we're there, then we're on another planet. Literally, I was like, fuck me. The only possible thing I can think of is if they have like a Krypton flashback.
Okay.
That's the only. I mean, not like how Joe. I don't think how, because he's not on about. He's like, all of a sudden you're on another planet. He's not like all of a sudden I was filming on another planet.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's a possible Krypton flashback, which I'd prefer.
Or I
really don't.
When someone has another planet,
yeah,
would they be referencing like that whole dark side scene? How they think it looks like another planet because it's completely different.
Did not think of that. That's very true. It might be dark side or another planet, literally, and that could just be like some weird alternate Earth. Because don't forget, there's like
Future.
DC are fucking known for multiverses.
Yeah.
Earth 2, Earth whatever the hell. You know
919, 616. Yeah.
So he could be on about the dark side thing. Might be another planet, and it's just an alternate planet.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, and it's like, oh, this could happen, you know, kind of thing. So that's very true. I mean, I don't think it's a Green Lantern Corps scene. I hope it's not. And then, so that should do us anyway for DC. Moving on to something. Cleanse the palate. Something that isn't comic book related.
Yeah.
So Nathan, you actually found this story.
I found they're actually redoing Predator.
Yeah.
It's coming back in a big way, it says. But they've just released a movie poster that says it has Predator on the front cover that says you'll never see him coming.
Yeah.
Which obviously
I feel like that's
because he goes invisible.
Is that also the slogan for the porn parody of Predator?
They just spell like, one word differently.
Yeah. But I mean, if you go, the image is like they're on about within the image.
Yeah.
They've got it's like so you'll never see it coming, but then like in red it just says the Predator in between.
Predator, yeah.
And apparently it's called the Predator.
Because they don't want to... There's so many variations of... Yeah. There's not like Predator 1, Predator 2, Predator
the thing is they ran out of names because Predator came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
Possibly 90s. And then you've got Predators, which came out in 2010 with Adrian Brody. And like you're at a point now where it's like the Predator. It's the only natural thing. I mean, you can't have To Catch a Predator because that's already a TV show. Child Predators gives off a wrong vibe. It's like the Predator has a kid. It's a sitcom.
Oh god.
And it's Predator and his family. So the Predator is the only real thing.
There's not much news. It's just like
the director,
people getting.
There's a director attached to it. I know that. Shane Black. Yeah, he did Iron Man 3. I don't think he really wants to be remembered for that, but he did. Iron Man 3. He did good movies he made.
He's seen something he could try and redeem himself by. Because a lot of people love Predator.
Yeah, Predator's great.
It's like a cult classic.
It is, yeah. And then he did Kiss Kiss Bang Bang as well.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? That's really good. It's the movie that Robert Downey Jr. did before. You know, like 2008, his big comeback was like Iron Man, like his big comeback to acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did Kiss Kiss Bang Bang like a year or two before. It's actually really good.
Okay.
It's actually surprisingly good. It's kind of underrated. No one really talks about it. He also directed Lethal Weapon 1 to 4 as well. So he's kind of had a pretty varied.
Yeah, but it's very. Resume. But hopefully it's properly rated as well.
Yeah,
it needs to be bloody.
I really.
It's a Predator. He's literally like a bounty hunter.
It's a slasher film. It's basically Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's a bunch of people. He just has more powers and he just slaughters them. That's all people really want from Predator. But then the question comes up: who would you cast?
Who would the main guy?
Do you cast Arnie? Is he bad?
CGI Arnie.
Oh god, CGI Arnie from was it Salvation?
Yeah.
Jesus. We get CGI Arnie from Salvation. He teams up with Adrian Brody from Predators. Do you reckon they'll try and get Arnie, or do you reckon he's just too out of it now?
He could be a cameo.
Yeah,
but I don't think he's the main character.
Make him the Predator, and
oh my god,
and he's in costume the whole time. I think it'd be cool, man. Like I'm not really with Predator. It's not like one of them films where I'm like, oh god, please don't make another one. Like I'm like that with Terminator now. I'm like, please stop making Terminator films.
Yeah.
Predator,
it's not making any money.
It's not making any money. No one likes them. Even the actors in it don't want to be in it anymore. Like they're just like they're only there for the cash, you know.
If another Predator movie comes out, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'm not offended by it. You know what I mean? It's cool.
See what they do different about this one.
Yeah,
see how they improve on the story or something like that.
Yeah, special effects obviously get better and better. But I want it to be a bit like a Godzilla movie where you don't see the monster until the end.
Okay.
Like, I like the fact that like one by one they're getting taken away. Like actually, funny enough, like the original Alien.
Yeah.
You don't really even see the alien in that film. He's kind of
not really
He's kind of hidden most of the time, and then eventually
it's more scary, I guess.
It's scary that way. Yeah. It's that kind of what lurks in the darkness kind of thing. Because so it's called the Predator movie. You'll never see him coming, or is it called You'll never see Predator coming? Is it just one straight up? Is it just the longest title?
It's weird.
You just read it phonetically. It's like Don't Open Dead Inside. What is it? Dead Open. Oh, what is it? Don't Dead Open Inside. That's it from The Walking Dead. That door was chained, and if you read it from left to right, it was Don't Dead Open Inside. So maybe it's called You'll Never See Predator Coming. So I mean that's kind of a little bit of cool news, I guess. If you're a Predator fan, awesome. If you're not, I don't really think it's going to bother you that much. Cool, sweet. So let's move on to the movie everyone is talking about this week. Deadpool.
Yeah.
The critically loved, also fucking financially successful. Jesus.
Imagine how successful it would be if it wasn't banned in China.
Yeah, true. You reckon the Chinese would watch it?
I think they would.
You reckon?
Yeah, they're pretty big on that samurai stuff.
Yeah, true. They do like swords. They like fucking robots. I'll tell you that.
It's probably not the type of comedy they usually would go for.
No, I feel like if you think about it, it's got to be because with comedy is timing, right? So if you're either subtitled or dubbed, you have to get the timing right. So if all the jokes are mistimed, it's weird.
What's it? The largest.
It was like the largest opening of a R-rated film.
Yeah, R-rated.
The largest opening of an X-Men film. Fox's largest opening. The largest opening for a long weekend in February. It has like 18 titles to its name,
Jesus
and
Christ.
people love it as well, which is cool. But the thing is, the nice thing about what Deadpool did, and what I think is going to change a lot, is it shook how people think about films.
Yeah.
Because for years it was a minority in a lead won't make money. A woman in a lead won't make money. Star Wars has smashed that.
Yeah.
Lead actors are a black male and a white female. So no more BS about how minorities can't be a lead in a film. Oh, a rated R film alienates the audience. Yeah. Oh, we can't make money from it. Bullshit. Deadpool smashed that out the water. So, and that's the cool thing about it.
There's so many more opportunities about the future movies as well.
100%. And I think as well, I've become a little bit fatigued with kind of the generic PG-13, we have to verse faceless robot army, generic soldier bullshit. Whereas Deadpool's like, no, they're real people getting sliced in half, you know? And also with the budget, because the budget was only 80 million.
Yeah.
And I think they're already up at 200 and something million domestically in America. So that's not even worldwide.
Yeah.
So it's already completely smashed its own budget. But the first thing we want to talk about with Deadpool actually is the fact that 2 characters were actually completely dropped from the script.
Yes.
So
you got Wolverine and
Hugh Jackman's Wolverine.
Taskmaster, which we haven't seen yet.
Which we have not seen.
I remember getting the pop vinyl and I was like, who is Taskmaster?
Yeah, no, I like it.
And he's in the game. He's in the
looks really cool.
He's in the Lego Avengers game. And I was like, oh, he looks pretty cool. He looks like a warrior. Skeleton warrior.
It looks a bit like Skeletor.
Bit like Skeletor, yeah. But I didn't actually know what Taskmaster did.
Yeah,
I do now. But first of all, like Wolverine, obviously there's tons of jokes to Wolverine in the Hugh Jackman.
He's not in it, but I feel like he kind of was.
Yeah, he kind of was. His face a lot.
Yeah.
Technically, Hugh Jackman said he only wants to do one more Wolverine act.
Yes.
So he wasn't gonna go into Deadpool, even if they probably wanted him. Or
I think for the sole reason, if you think of it from Hugh's perspective, we're on a first name basis.
Yeah.
You think of it from true. He's like a cousin. I think if you look at it from Hugh Jackman's perspective, he would have to get shredded.
Yeah.
For what, 2 minutes of a cameo?
Yeah.
Not worth it. 100% not worth it. Like, and also they pay him a lot, but like
he likes to eat.
He likes to eat, and also Wolverine is such a transformation.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, look normal. It's like, no, be 0% body fat.
You have to dehydrate your body.
Yeah, dehydrate 48 hours beforehand and like all that shit.
It's hard.
It's just, it's so not worth it for a cameo. He'd be like, I'd rather like a main role if I'm going to be doing this. I don't want like a 2 minutes, you know. And plus, so Wolverine was pulled. I'm alright with Wolverine being pulled.
Yeah.
I think it would take too much focus away from Deadpool.
Yeah.
Because people would be like, oh, Wolverine's in it, you know what I mean?
If Wolverine was in it, they would have been like, oh, we'd just like to see more Wolverine.
Yeah,
it's a Deadpool movie, so.
And let's be honest, every X-Men film is Wolverine and the X-Men. Well, like, he's such a main character, he's so focused in the films.
But yeah, you've got so many references, like, they both got created in the same place. You got his face, the sexiest man alive thing, but that's what's good about picking 2 unknown, really, characters, like Colossus. People know Colossus a whole lot more than
and also
Sonic Teenage Warhead. Like, I never knew who that was.
Apparently Tim Miller's like a big Colossus fan, and he hates Colossus in the X-Men.
Yeah.
The fact that he's like constantly not metal. He's like, what? If you could be metal all the time, just be metal all the fucking time. You know what I mean? So he's like,
that's who Colossus is.
Yeah, he's like, I want to be Colossus. I want to do Colossus because I want it done right.
Yeah.
And also Negasonic, as apparently they were like, they had like a select range of people they could use.
Yeah.
And he's like, can we use one you've never even heard of? And like, yeah, fine, we're not going to use her. And so that's why Negasonic got put in. Basically because it was a sure bet, they were allowed to. Because if he starts putting in like big characters like Cyclops, let's say, it fucks up the continuity of X-Men. So Negasonic isn't fucking up any continuity because she's never going to get used.
And she wore a really nice X-Men.
Yeah, it was colourful. Jesus Christ, Bryan Singer, put some colour in your fucking X-Men. Like, I know, the suit was sick. It was like real like yellow and blue suit. I loved it. It was great. I would like. I think it's like I remember from the trailer from Apocalypse. It's set in the 80s.
Yeah.
But they've just got like black stealth suits. I was like, it's the 80s, dude. Fucking jack it up. Bright yellow, bright blue, like go over the top kind of thing. I think it'd be really cool. Yeah. You've had brown and grey and black suits and navy for so long. But no, I add a bit of colour to it. But As far as Taskmaster, I don't know enough about him to get really bothered that he wasn't in it.
It would have been cool to see.
Yeah, it would have been cool
like,
to see.
It would, like, because we've never seen him before.
That's true.
And I would be interested to see how they do his face.
Yeah.
Stuff. Like, but all what he does, he's pretty much a copycat hero.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I don't think he's exactly like a hero either. He's more like a merc.
Yeah, he's like he's very Deadpool. I think that's probably why
he's very Deadpool.
Tim Miller wanted him in.
But he like if he sees someone do a move, he can like perform it.
Okay, got you. So
he's mastered it.
So he's like
Taskmaster.
Oh, is he? Oh yeah, shit. Yeah.
So yeah, but he's like a good marksman. He's a good sword bearer. Like yeah.
Okay, he's kind of like Bruce Wayne's fighting ability mixed with like Punisher's I don't know, expert gun skills and
and
shit.
The skull.
And the skull, yeah, and he's got a skull.
Yeah, maybe we'll see him in the future. I know we got Cable, the second one, but
yeah, Cable's coming up in the second one. Actually, yeah, that straight up leads into our next one.
Yeah.
Actors who are gonna play Cable.
Yes. Now there was like
Cable's confirmed.
There was like very high demands in someone's other than others.
Yeah, true. Yeah, there was a few that I seen that I was like, yeah, 100% I'm on board.
Yeah.
Some of them were like, please, Jesus Christ, no. One of them, Liam Neeson. Please, not Liam Neeson.
No.
He is in everything. I don't get me wrong, he's not bad or anything, but like, he's just like, if you ever need an old guy with grey hair, it's always Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Like, he's bloody Hannibal in A-Team, and like, he's just, I don't know, he's in it so much that I'm like, no, please not. So yeah, so I got 3 that I really wanted. Nathan's got 3 that he really wanted. So Nathan, you start. List them off.
I thought Stephen Lang was like one of the first.
Oh, he's the guy from Avatar. Yeah.
He
actually looks like Cable in Avatar.
He looks like Cable. Like without the I guess without the scars, but those scars could lead down to Cable's eye. If he did something like that, but that looked really good.
Stephen Lang pretty much looks like Cable.
He looks like Cable.
Apparently Stephen Lang really wants to be Cable as well. He went on Twitter or something and like went on about how he wants to be Cable.
I haven't really seen him in other, like the last thing I saw with him was Terra Nova, the TV show, which came out when like Falling Skies came out.
So Terrible Nova, It
didn't get far, no.
It got 1 season in. And it got canned, yeah.
I remember that was on like Channel 10, like cable TV.
Yeah.
My other ones I saw was like John Hamm.
A joke, by the way, cable TV.
Yeah,
I quite like that.
John Hamm. I saw a picture.
I love John Hamm.
I saw a picture with like kind of the Cable look on him, and
someone photoshopped it?
Yeah, someone photoshopped it with the red eye
and
like the white hair, and it looked good. Like I thought he's a very good actor.
I always thought if I could pick any role for John Hamm, it would just be Bruce Wayne. He's just the perfect Batman for me. Like I just think he's so cool. I like John Hamm. Actually, I didn't pick John Hamm, but I think that's a really good choice. I think John Hamm would be pretty sweet.
I think it'd be good. Yeah, I think
he's not a Batman anymore, so he's available.
Yeah, he would handle comedy. The comedy, like, Cable's just deals with like Deadpool's jokes, eh?
Yeah, he's like the straight man.
Yeah,
he's like very serious military.
No, I think
and then Deadpool just is like.
And the other one was Jeffrey Dean Morgan, which we haven't seen much of him, but he is coming up in the Walking Dead franchise. He's
also tied into Batman v Superman. He's Thomas Wayne. He's Bruce's dad.
Yes.
So he might be contractually obligated. It's a bit like, remember when Sif from Thor?
Yeah.
The chick. Yeah. It is Sif, isn't it?
Lady Sif. Yeah.
Lady Sif. Yeah. Everyone was petitioning her to be Wonder Woman back before Gal Gadot got cast, and she was like, "I would love to, but I'm literally contractually obligated to not be in a DC property.
Yeah.
Because I'm in a Marvel property." I was like, shit." She would have been really cool as because I feel like as Lady Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman, it's annoying because it's like she's so underused.
Yeah.
Sif, like she's barely in it.
The only other thing is she's in Shield a couple episodes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's it. Like she comes down and does stuff.
She's one of the more interesting characters in Thor, and she's kind of just not really used.
She's very good,
really cool.
Fighter. She's one of the best out of the whole Volstagg and
That would be cool. I think Jeffrey Dean Morgan, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, because he's coming up in Walking Dead as one of the newest main bad guys.
Oh, okay.
Because they mentioned in the last episode.
Yeah. By the way, spoilers for the last episode of Walking Dead. If you're
watching. Not the main spoiler, but like they mentioned a guy called Negan.
Okay, yeah.
And my mate reads the comics, and he's told me about how Negan, he's like
also spoiler for the comics.
Oh, there you go. Well, he's like the leader of a group called like the Survivors or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they're like bad. He's apparently like I think he might be the death of Glenn.
Oh, okay.
I think because in the comics, spoilers or whatever. Glenn dies to the hand of a baseball bat. Like he gets beat the shit out of.
Okay, sorry.
By a baseball bat, but I think that's how it went.
Okay.
I think that's what I got told. But I think I got told that at Negan, Jeffrey Dean Morgan's character uses baseball bat a lot.
Oh, nice.
So I think that. Yeah, he'd probably. Because he nearly died in the last episode as well.
Oh,
like
really?
He's nearly died twice now.
He's the Kenny of Walking Dead.
Oh god, yeah, it's just playing with my heart. But I think he might die in front of like the eyes of Rick or the eyes of what's his wife's name again?
Oh, Laurel.
No,
Rick's wife.
No.
Oh,
Glenn's.
In a while. Maggie.
Maggie, yes.
Yeah. Speaking of Maggie, actually, Maggie's Martha Wayne.
Is she?
Yeah, in Batman Superman. Yeah. Martha and Thomas Wayne. So I got obviously that's where they've got it from. They must have worked really well together on the show.
Yeah.
And someone's seen it and gone, oh, that'd be cool as Thomas and Martha Wayne.
Yeah. Okay.
So you know what I think as well? I think Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Lauren Cohan. There we are. Lauren Cohan. I lost it for a second. I think Lauren Cohan and Jeffrey Dean Morgan are too bigger actors to have as just a flashback of the Waynes dying.
Yeah.
I think if they ever do Earth 2 and they have Thomas Wayne as Batman, Jeffrey Dean Morgan would be a fucking amazing Batman.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And then Maggie is
Guns.
Yeah,
Joker.
Lauren Gohan is the Joker. Yeah, that'd be really cool. So they're solid picks. The only thing is, I think if Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I think is too tied up in Marvel. Yeah, too tied up in DC. But I liked Stephen Lang. Is pretty much like probably the best one. I had Stephen Lang. I had the old favourite, Ron Perlman.
I thought you would.
Ron Perlman is fucking amazing.
I don't know.
Everything.
I looked at him. I was like, I don't know. He would be good in this role.
I can imagine him just being super serious and super grisly.
Yeah.
And he's a big guy as well. And Cable's a big guy. So they were my two favourites. And then my third, my wild card, I guess. I pulled Adam Baldwin. You might have to look him up.
He's one of the Baldwin brothers.
He's off. No. Weirdly enough, no, he's actually not part of Alec Baldwin's clan.
Little crew.
His squad. Adam Baldwin is he's Casey from Chuck. Check him out. Pull up the photo. Because he's kind of weird. I mean, like the obvious options are Stephen Lang, and I mean everyone can say that. It's pretty obvious. But I seen a photo of him where he's got like grey hair, and he's kind of smiley, actually, in the photos you're looking at. The photos I've put on the video, you'll see. But no, it's that one there. There it is. That's the one I used. Yeah. He's kind of, I don't know, he has kind of a Cable-y vibe, and also he's kind of not as well known. And I thought, fuck it, I'll throw something out there that I thought was kind of weird. I think there's about a 2% chance of it happening. Yeah. But I thought I'd go with not as well known actor, but I thought he kind of looks the part. He was good in Chuck as well, because in Chuck he was like military. And he was really straight. He's super straight-faced. Yeah. He just never made a joke. So I thought that was kind of cool. He kind of fits into the character and stuff. And yeah, he's on Firefly as well.
Oh, yeah.
I never seen Firefly, though.
No.
Apparently no one else did either, because it got cancelled after a season. But so that's kind of the people we would choose for Cable anyway. And then kind of segueing from Deadpool, but still sticking within that kind of the X-Universe realm. Apparently, Simon Kinberg, he's a producer on the X-Men films, said, and quote, X-Force could be R-rated, but unlikely the main X-Men films. So with the success of Deadpool, it seems like the kind of Hollywood's been shook up a little bit on what to do. Because I mean, you've got people now, all these graphic stories, all these like very incredibly violent stories that we've had to dumb down for a PG-13 audience. Yeah, have now got the ability to be like truer.
Like Wolverine could be so violent.
Oh god! Do you remember? Hang on. Do you remember the X-Men? This is weird. X-Men Origins Wolverine video game.
Oh god, no! I didn't.
It was insanely gory.
Yeah.
Like he would so there's a bit where you could like stab people up in the air and then stab them in the stomach and like intestines came out.
Oh no!
Like it was crazy violent, and it was amazing. And you like slice people in two and everything. Yeah. Because it was like an MA15+ game.
Yeah.
So it was just crazy violent. That's actually the best thing that came out of X-Men Origins Wolverine. It was I love
definitely
that.
Was not Deadpool.
It definitely wasn't Deadpool or literally anything else in that film. Actually, the only good thing in that film was, remember at the beginning, the intro,
the CGI.
Where it was just a CGI. It was them katana blades that came out of his arm that made no fucking sense. They were the best. No, remember the intro where it was like Wolverine and his brother, like Sabretooth, whatever the fuck his brother's called, and they were like fighting through the ages.
It's like Lycan, wasn't
it? Is it?
Lycan?
Probably.
I just remember that because that's a Dota hero that's around to do with wolves.
Oh, really?
So I'm like, it's probably Lycan.
It's probably Lycan. We'll go Lycan and Logan. Yeah. So Logan and Lycan, I don't know, whatever it is. When they're kind of fighting like in the American Civil War, and they're fighting in like Vietnam, and that's the only good, literally the first like 30 seconds of that film is the only good bit of that film. But that's really cool, just them fighting through the ages.
That's cool. Yeah.
And then so sorry, that was a weird segue. X-Force might be R-rated. If they ever do an X-Force film, and also Cable and Deadpool have previously been in the X-Force.
Yeah.
So, Cable and Deadpool are successful. I honestly think they'll greenlit an R-rated X.
Because remember in Deadpool, they're like, Colossus only agreed to join if he thought about joining the X-Men. And he never said no.
Yeah.
So there's still like, it still opens the book, like it still opens opportunities about him just joining partners sometimes. And like that's good.
It's true. I think it'd be rad, man. Deadpool, Cable. I mean, you could have like.
I want Colossus to like throw Deadpool and with his sword out, he just goes through someone or something.
True. Yeah. And then I'm trying to think like X-23. I think it's like Wolverine's kid could be in the X-Force. She's been in the X-Force before. She's the new Wolverine in the current run. Yeah, the old Wolverine. Yeah. All new, all different.
Yeah. Uncanny.
Superior. So that'd be pretty sweet. I think an X-Force movie would be rad. I'm loving these new like R-rated, like super weird like films that never were ever going to be made. Yeah. But now they're kind of, remember like early 2000s where it was like if it wasn't Spider-Man, like no one cared. Now it's like we have a fucking Ant-Man movie.
Yeah.
We have a sequel to Guardians of the Galaxy coming out. Like fuck me.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous. But also still on the R-rated train.
It's so good. That train is so good.
It's so good. All aboard.
It's R-rated, but it's in Australia here. It's MA.
Yeah, actually, you have to clarify.
So
that.
You will get more views here, obviously.
Yes.
So America's R is our MA. It's only really R.
Because we got an edited version of Deadpool.
Did we?
We did. I found this out. We got an MA 15 plus version of Deadpool. They got an R rating because we don't really technically have an R rating. We do because remember when Evil Dead.
Yeah,
Evil Dead was R-rated.
And it's usually very R. It's only R here if it's got a lot of nudity, a lot of drug use, or like a lot of gore. It's not like Deadpool wasn't a lot of gore.
Apparently the R-rated version's like even more over the top.
Oh man.
So I can't wait for that. That'd be great.
Yeah, I need to see that.
Eventually I think we'll eventually get an R-rated version of it. I don't know. Well, I guess if they ever put it, I don't know if they ever do, but if they put it on Netflix, then it's not going to be like MA 15 plus. It'll just be like the regular world version of it.
You think? Even on the show on Netflix?
I think maybe it will, yeah.
Hopefully.
I think that'd be rad.
I'll just have to try and buy it online.
True, yeah, import it.
Hopefully it plays here.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I've got a region-free DVD player.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So probably eventually like 4 years from now we'll eventually get it.
Back to Wolverine.
Back to the Wolverine.
So you see the picture here? So we got
there
was a picture here that's like, I guess it's just upcoming.
Yeah, you're looking at it now.
Yeah. You guys are looking at it now. It has the Maze Runner Death Cure, which I'm guessing is Maze Runner
4, 5,
4. We're up to 2. I don't.
Oh, okay. Maybe 3 then.
Maybe it might be 3. There's a big gap. Well, this is next year, so I would think they would release one this year, end of this year, but I haven't seen any announcements. So.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe it's next year, and it's expected to be at PG-13. But you got Wolverine on the right, which has got the release date.
Yeah. March 3rd, 2017.
March 3rd, which is, and then the anticipated rating was R.
Yeah. So I think.
Oh god.
You know what I reckon it is as well, is that I reckon. I think you're a lot more familiar with Old Man Logan than I am.
I just don't want them to set us up for disappointment.
Yeah, true. I mean, thing is, I don't know how accurate that stuff is. Maybe they just go, oh, it sounds violent, so we'll put it as R.
Well, it can
it's just
be
anticipated. Like, it doesn't mean shit.
Old Man Logan. I haven't read the old one yet. I've got it. I've only read the new Battle Worlds
the 2015 one. Yeah.
But it's not. I know it's not as good as the old one. I need to still read the old one, but it can be gory. Can be gory, like it, because he'll see things. because it screws with his head a lot. But he'll see a whole lot of dead people, but see them alive first and see like kind of what happened, or he'll be talking to someone that is dead, or is dying, but like, and there's there's not much, but it's a pretty bare world. It's like, because I saw Apocalypse walking around, Ultron. There's different Ultrons and stuff. But he doesn't really fight most of them. But if they include Hulk, we could have.
It's true. I mean, in a weird way, it might not even be Old Man Logan. I mean, that's speculation at this point. They might just go.
Might be an end thing.
Fucking end of the end of Wolverine, and it's just hyper violent. But I mean, it'd be a bit disappointing though that the last Wolverine we get is R-rated. When it's like, I wish the first Wolverine we got was R-rated. You know what I mean? It would have been nice to have a generation of R-rated Wolverines.
We wish they wanted to stick to the comments more.
Not
the comics. I mean,
comics, and comments. People have been fucking bitching about it not being R-rated for years.
Do you think it would be Death of Wolverine kind of thing, or like this can be post? It could be Death of Wolverine.
Yeah. Oh, you know what annoyed me as well is, you know how Days of Future Past wasn't R-rated? It was like M or whatever. PG-13, right? Is that there was a scene in Days of Future Past, the comic, where a Sentinel like laser beamed like Wolverine, like Logan's skin, his organs, like he just got obliterated. It was just a skeleton was left. How fucking sick would that have been R-rated? Like literally just like fucking skin peeling off. Like that'd be so cool. So there's like all these like missed opportunities, you know?
It would just have the audience like gripping to their chair.
Yeah. That'd be sweet.
It might be. They probably didn't know how to do it properly.
No, it was probably that BS about the whole, if it's R-rated, it won't sell.
Oh, maybe.
You know?
True.
Which is funny because
kids.
Deadpool opened bigger than Days of Future Past.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So, fucking bullshit about
it. They marketed it very well, though.
Oh, it was perfect. I would bet they probably spent they spent more on marketing than they did on the film.
Probably.
I know the thing he did, Guardians of the Galaxy was apparently like double what the film cost. They spent on marketing.
At least they made it back.
They made it back, yeah. But it's a risk. I mean, they must have been incredibly confident in their product to have advertised it that well. They must have had screens and it just been overwhelmingly received. Yeah.
You don't see Wolverine Origins get advertised that much.
No, that's very true. Also, I thought this, right? With all these R-rated films coming out, or potentially coming out, we don't know for sure.
Yes.
Do you reckon Disney or Warner Brothers will ever make an R-rated superhero film? And if so, who?
Disney will.
You reckon Disney or Warner Brothers? One of them. Would you reckon it'll be an R-rated DC or an R-rated Marvel first, or if at all any?
Oh, because Fox is, it's Marvel, but it's Fox. You mean? Is that what you mean? It's R-rated, but it's owned by Fox, not.
No, Disney.
Disney.
Yeah. So Disney or Warner Brothers. So there's no X-Men or what else they own? There's only X-Men now, isn't there?
Who?
Fox only owns X-Men.
Yeah.
Because they don't own Punisher or anything anymore because it went back.
Yeah. So
do you reckon it'll ever be an R-rated Disney or Warner Brothers film? Is in like comic book Disney Warner Brothers. I don't think they're gonna make R-rated Pixar, if you know what I mean.
No, because when you think about very violent people, you think Wolverine and X-Men first before you think of everyone else.
That's true. The most violent I could think of is probably Punisher. And I feel like with Netflix, we're getting pretty bloody close to the character. Like, I don't really think we're gonna, when Punisher comes to mind, Ghost Rider comes to mind. An R-rated Ghost Rider.
If you get him. Oh, God, that would be sick.
Who owns Ghost Rider, actually? Just
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage bought the rights to Ghost Rider. He can always be Ghost Rider. I would love an R-rated Ghost Rider. But as far as Warner Brothers, fuck yeah. There's so many stories you could do with deep R rating. Killing Joke's the first thing that comes to mind.
Imagine if you had an R-rated Civil War.
R-rated Civil War.
So gory, yeah.
Hawkeye getting ripped apart. I'd pay to see that.
Oh, God. Hawkeye getting ripped apart by...
everyone.
Scarlet Witch or Black Widow. Because they're on opposite teams.
Oh, yeah. Black Panther just claws him to death.
The Vision will literally just laser... Iron Man can laser someone in half.
Yeah,
he's got the technology.
Yeah, true. He could just obliterate them with a rocket.
He can, yeah.
But no, I think Warner Brothers would. I don't know if they will, man. I think there's too many old white guys.
If they do, they need to be confident on the hero that can do it on. Like there's a lot of heroes that you can easily just. It will be good if it's not R.
Yeah.
Like Captain America, it's good. It doesn't need to be R to be good.
Yeah, I don't think.
Like Deadpool had to be R to be good.
I think if you made a Captain America R, it wouldn't change the story much.
No, just be more.
Because he doesn't really even in the comics.
He's a goody-goody.
He's a goody-goody. He's very goody-goody. But so I don't know if they ever will make one. I think it'd be cool if they did, just kind of an experiment. And also, do you reckon? Because that kind of leads into our next story, which is also R-rated. Everything's R-rated today. Is that
adults only podcast?
This is an adults only podcast. If you've been listening this whole time and you're under 13, I don't know, 18, whatever. I don't know. I don't really talk to kids. Is that you should not be listening. So Spawn. Apparently, Spawn's creator Todd McFarlane has finished his first draft of the script.
Oh, the script. Yeah, he said you written the script. Right?
Yeah, he's written the script. Yeah.
Oh, the pictures for Spawn look great.
Oh yeah,
it looks sick. Cool. I don't know much about him, but
no, he's kind of, from what I know, is I think he's like a mercenary or something, and he went down to like hell, and then he something to do with he betrayed the devil, and then got he's back on Earth, but he's demons shit are after him. Yeah, so it's very demonic and very dark. He actually, speaking of characters that kind of scream R rating, he would be incredibly R rated.
Do you know who it is? As well? I just thought of one.
Who go?
Carnage or Venom.
Yeah, Carnage or Venom. That would be very cool.
I just thought when I looked at the picture of Spawn, I thought he looked very Venom. Yeah,
Venom or Carnage. That would be really.
It could be so dark.
It'd be borderline horror film.
It would be. Yeah,
that'd be pretty sweet. And actually, Todd McFarlane's even talked about how this movie, the Spawn film that he wants to make, it's kind of weird because it's from the perspective of people, not Spawn. So it's he called it something like Paranormal Activity, where it's you just see the effects he has on the world rather than the thing itself. It's not like an origins. The main guy isn't the hero. He's not really a hero, but the protagonist isn't Spawn. He's the antagonist, and the protagonists are just people. Yeah, But I guess a bit like Predator, really. Yeah. Where the focus is on the people trying to survive.
Yeah, you don't follow
the monster.
The Predator waking up, kissing his girlfriend.
Yeah. saying hi to his child predators. Sounds weird out of context.
Walks into school.
Yeah, sounds weird out of context. And then, but also I thought about this as well. R-rated Spawn movie. Honestly, I would kind of petition for a Netflix show if I was going to be honest. I would kind of prefer a Spawn Netflix show than a movie. I don't know if people are really interested.
Because you could really know more about Spawn then.
Yeah.
Like they did about Daredevil. If you just had a straight Daredevil movie, I don't think it would be as popular as.
They did. It wasn't. Yeah,
I know, but a new one.
Blind Ben Affleck.
As a TV show.
Yeah.
There you go. He crossed between Marvel to DC.
I think. True. I think, true. I don't really think they were clamouring for Daredevil 2, though. No. I think they were fine. I think his contract was up. Cool. But no, I think, I thought the Spawn's kind of cool. And the nice thing about this week that's really kind of changed things is that Deadpool getting an R rating, Spawn kind of being this weird perspective from he's the antagonist. It's kind of this weird R-rated Paranormal Activity. I think it's cool because it showed that, because people have this fear of fatigue, right? You're every kind of movie, every superhero movie kind of looks generic and the same, and they use the same soundtracks and the same music, and it's kind of the same thing. If Deadpool and Spawn are successful, well, Deadpool is obviously, but if Spawn's successful, it changes how people see it, and it shows that you can breathe new life into these franchises, and it's not just the same stale kind of colour by numbers formula.
Well, the rating gives more people more excitement to see it as well. Yeah. So they're like, I want to see why it's rated this much. I want to see how good it is.
It sounds weird, but there's almost a level of go with me on this one. It's a weird level of almost naughtiness. It's oh shit, I wonder what they do. It's a bit like Muppets for kids, really. It's that controlled chaos.
It's probably one of the best Stan Lee cameos.
Oh, definitely best Stan Lee cameos.
I pretty love that.
But it's just I love how he's even on board and everything. He's even cool with it. He seems like an absolute legend.
He seems so cool. Party animal. He's the last one to leave the party.
Yeah, true. Yeah. He hosts the party.
First one to go, last one to leave.
Yeah. So I think it's kind of cool, man. This whole how we see superhero films and comic book movies and that kind of thing. And if these things are popular, then it breathes a new generation or a new cinematic universe of variety. Because I think that's a problem that Marvel's kind of suffering right now, which is a little bit of fatigue. And DC hasn't started yet, but I think it'll get to that point when we've got 2 DC movies a year, 2 Marvel movies a year, a Star Wars movie every year. You're going to run into fatigue eventually. So R rating and weird perspective look on things and alternate Earths and that kind of stuff can breathe new life into it.
Yeah.
And that's what got me most excited this week.
Makes you more research, makes you more into it. Obviously, no matter how fatigued I get, I'll still see the Marvel movies, DC movies.
I'm at a point now with Marvel where I skip the ones I'm just not interested in. Like,
you skip the Thor, you don't know anything about Thor movies, do you?
I skipped Thor. It took me 3 viewings to finish the first Thor. It took me 3 separate viewings to finish it. I got like halfway through one, a quarter way through the other, and then finished it off.
Yeah.
And then Thor 2. You know what's even funny? I even skipped Winter Soldier in the theaters because I was just like, I'm over kind of.
But that's your favorite one.
Which is my favorite one. Which is ironic. So I guess I missed out on the wrong one. But it was. But no, I didn't see it in theaters. I waited for a couple. I think I'd seen it on Netflix actually.
It's on TV and stuff at the moment.
Yeah, true. I just kind of. Sometimes I need a break, and that's what I think. And that's actually, this is way off topic, but with Star Wars, I kind of liked the idea that they come out every 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, I actually like that. It builds anticipation.
Builds so many theories.
Yeah, exactly, right? And that was kind of cool.
We've already had so many Star Wars theories.
Oh, yeah.
We're probably don't go into Star Wars now, though.
Oh, yeah. They started production as well this week. They started filming episode 8. Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
Jeez, okay.
Starting, getting them in, mate. Getting them in. Them actors getting any younger.
Yeah.
So that's it as far as R-rated. And that's a lot of R-rated, actually.
It's a week of R rating.
It was like the week of R rating. And then the last story, I thought we'd finish on a nice one. This is.
Do you guys feel blue?
Cheer up, because the Smurfs: The Lost Village, and I know I can already hear you clicking off, but don't, because this is all right. So basically, you remember the Smurfs films, right?
Yeah, barely.
How could you forget them? Fucking god awful films. Smurfs 1 was unwatchable at best. Smurfs 2, no one actually seen it because it made no money.
It made so much, not money.
The first one made like a ton of money. The second one made like nothing.
God.
But Sony have realised the error of their ways, and they're making an all animated Smurfs movie, which is, fuck me, how it should have been from the start.
Yeah.
You know what I think it really comes down to? The Peanuts movie. I think. So I think it was Sony actually made the Peanuts movie. But the Peanuts movie was so. Have you seen it?
No.
It's really good. You should watch it.
Is it?
Yeah, 87% Rotten Tomatoes.
Jesus.
Yeah, I wrote that down.
Because the trailer looked boring as hell.
Yeah, they didn't really do a good job with the trailer. I'm gonna be honest. It is a kids' film. Don't get me wrong. You're not gonna watch it and be like, oh, all them inside jokes and all them like rude humor.
Yeah.
It is a kids' film, but it's a great kids' film. Okay. It's all animated, which is nice. It actually made like a fair bit of money as well. It's really well received. I think I seen it in theaters. Yeah, I did. I seen it in theaters. Like last year. It was actually really good. And I like Peanuts. I like Smurfs and all that kind of stuff. And then also it's got a director attached to it as well, which is nice. Kelly Ashbury. She directed Shrek 2, which is a great fucking movie. So Shrek 2, it's all animated. It's heavily influenced by Peanuts movie. Also, the big thing as well, which I noticed, is it's set from March 31st, 2017. March 31st, that's a damn good release date. That shows some fucking promise in that product. What else is coming out late March this year?
Batman vs Superman.
March has now become the month where it's like March is a good month. They're not releasing the shit in January when the crap films come out. This is March. This is the big league. And there's also a couple. You're looking at the images now. There's a couple of images.
May is a good month.
May is a good month.
And
any kind of summer. So like May, June, July, Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Boxing Day. It's big.
All the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah, Christmas Day, Boxing Day.
March.
American summer, so May, June, July. March is big as well. March is getting big, so March 31st, that shows product. That shows their product. That shows their confidence in their product. But yeah, man, weirdly enough, I'm actually kind of excited. I really think they've learned the error of their ways from them last films. There's no Neil Patrick Harris. They don't come to our world, which I fucking hate. They're in their thing. And Gargamel's animated. Everyone's animated. Yeah. It's giant animation. And it's how it should be. But I mean, like Peanuts movie, Smurfs, and I think it's cool, man. I think it's kind of it's kind of nice. You know, it seems to be there's years and years and years of this like half human, half animation hybrid bullshit, which is crap. So that's kind of cool. So I thought we'd kind of, I don't know, after all that R-rated speak, we could talk about. Awesome. So And then a little bit of TV news and a teeny little bit of game news at the end. So thanks for sticking with us. So yeah, literally the only real thing that came out TV world that was of any interest to us was the Daredevil Season 2 trailer.
Yes.
Which, I don't know, I got me a hell of a lot more excited than the Season 1 trailer, that's for sure.
No, I think it's going to be great.
I think Season 1 trailer was one of the biggest examples. I mean, you're saying about that Peanuts movie having a boring trailer. I honestly was so disappointed with Daredevil Season 1 trailer. I was like, oh my god, they actually might fuck this up. And then the show came out and it was glorious. So whoever made that trailer needs to be fired.
Yeah.
But yeah, what did you think about it? What did you enjoy?
I loved it. I loved the how dark it felt.
Mm-hmm.
Loved the whole
in
church.
tone and literally.
Yeah.
It's like in shadows the whole trailer.
The quotes, the action you did see.
You're one bad day away from being me. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was good. I was almost Batman level, but still close enough.
I think he'll play a good Punisher.
I think he'll be a great Punisher. He was Jeremy Irons when he got cast as Alfred. I went perfect. You can't pick a better Alfred. And then when Shane from Walking Dead. We all know him as Shane from Walking Dead. When Shane from Walking Dead got cast as Punisher, I thought you can't pick a better Punisher. It's perfect casting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so with this year now, 2016, we've got Batman v Superman, Daredevil vs Punisher, Iron Man vs Captain America. A lot of goodies versus each other. I mean, goodies is a bit of a stretch on some of them, but yeah, there's a lot of people fighting other people this year. Then also, I like to see. I don't know if you've seen, but there's 2 suits in the trailer. He's got like a stitched kind of suit. It looks like his Season 1 suit at the end, but it's like been fabricated and stitched together. And then there's literally like a millisecond where he has like a red suit where it's like proper classic Daredevil red. Like it's not like maroon, it's like red, but it's in the shadows, so you can't really see that well.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be the Season 2 finale.
Probably.
Which will be his like the reveal of his red suit. I hope it has the DD on it as well. Like the interlocking Ds on the chest. That'll be really sweet.
I wonder if he'll have those his baton rope things.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to do that as well, because
it's like the huge nunchuck skipping rope kind of thing.
Yeah. It's a bit like
because he swings from them.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. And then also things in it as well. Elektra speaks as well. They learned from DC and they just decided to put her speaking in the first trailer. Instead of 10 trailers later. I thought it was a really good trailer. I thought it was a lot better than Season 1's trailer. But also it begs the question, who's the villain? Because Punisher and Daredevil will eventually be friends. It's like Batman v Superman. They need a villain to verse. Captain America or Civil War, they're not going to be enemies the whole time. They've got to band together to verse that Nazi guy. So, who do you reckon's going to be? Do you reckon Wilson Fisk is back? Or you reckon someone else?
I think he will be back. Yeah. Because what happened in the last episode? He got put to jail, didn't he? Yeah,
he got put into jail.
Yeah.
Remember, because his jail cell wall looked like the painting that he bought.
That's right. Yeah.
What is it, like White Rabbit in a snow?
Something. It was like a white texture.
Yeah, it was like white on white. Yeah.
Someone will break him out.
Someone will break him out. You know, I think would be really cool. Would be if Daredevil comes back from me. If Bullseye is in it.
Yes.
Bullseye.
Because they already hinted him.
Yeah, they hinted him last season where he had like the sniper and he had the card.
Yeah.
I reckon that'd be really cool if it was Bullseye breaks him out, Fisk is back, and it's Daredevil, Punisher and Elektra versus Fisk and Bullseye. That's mad. Like it's cool when the TV show. I'm excited for the TV show as much as I am for the movies. But the thing is, the TV show is. It's not free. I got to pay for Netflix, but it's part of my subscription.
You just binge it,
and it's 18 or whatever the hell, 13 episodes, whatever it is. But it's not like I've got to go to a cinema and I got to buy tickets and I got to get good seats and I got to do all this shit. It's like
watch it in your undies.
Fuck it. Watch it. However, I watch it in my Daredevil mask. I watch it. In the training suit where it's just like a black cloth. But no, I think that's really
covering
cool.
your eyes.
Yeah. I watch it how Matt Murdock intended it to be. It's
just listen to it.
I just turn the screen off. I just listen to it. Yeah. But that was really cool. Now I thought Daredevil Season 2 trailer was really cool. It got me more jacked for it, and I was pretty jacked already, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But cool. And then 2 last articles. They're both game related. Nathan, hit us up. What happened in the world of
games? So they've hinted a new Crash Bandicoot game, which they've done for so long now. But they gave you a poster of a new looking Crash on like a scroll.
Yeah,
he looks. I think he looks fine.
I think he looks fine. Yeah, I haven't got a problem with him.
He's got like a tribal thing going on in his hands, but
he's
I think if they stick to the originals or like stick to the main theme, don't do like a Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts kind of fucking shit.
God, yeah.
So if they stick to like the original basis, the going level, or the like at the end of 5 levels you get a boss or something like that. I don't know.
I mean, it's like Super Mario has proved, especially with Super Mario Galaxy, that you can stick to the old school feel but with new elements and make it interesting.
Exactly.
Super Mario Galaxy is like a glorified Super Mario game. You know what I mean? It's basically the same platformer. Yeah. But it's interesting. So you don't need, it has to have multiplayer. It's got to be first person and season pass. And
even if you remaster like Crash Bandicoot 1 and you put it, like, you help make it all again with the PS4, even that would look amazing.
That would be really cool, yeah. I think remember they still go on about that hit and run, Simpsons hit and run. They're like, we're gonna remake it. Like, yeah, do it then. They've said it for like 5 years now. They're like, it's gonna happen really soon. I was like, fucking make it.
If that is pretty much exactly the same as the old one, it's gonna be great.
I think it'd be awesome. Also, the Arabic writing on the poster, it like roughly translates. I guess someone must have translated it. It roughly translates to "Most Wanted, Where Are You, Crash?" And you know what it had like a vibe of? It had an Uncharted vibe.
Yeah, it does.
It has that kind of like
him and Ooga Booga.
Yeah, so I thought it had kind of like a Uncharted kind of vibe. I thought it was kind of cool. E3 as well, coming up in June. Might be an announcement there.
Great.
That'd be actually really good for videos.
If that's successful, hopefully they make another Crash Team Racing. That was
Crash Tag Team Racing? Fuck, man, I want that more. Actually, I want Crash Tag Team Racing more.
With like Ripperoo, the Kangaroo. That was the Aussie side of it. Just drive around, go to each world, open the gates and stuff.
You like pick up, so good. It's like you pick up apples and use like power ups and stuff, and there's like someone on your back.
I just like driving in the open world as well. It's great.
That was really cool, man. No, actually, yeah, that'd be really sweet. Actually, now that you've said that, I actually really want that now.
Yeah.
And then also but Crash is still owned by Activision.
Is it?
Yeah, and they bought it a few years ago.
Okay.
So either it would be Sony and Activision make a game, or Sony buy the rights back. But I don't know. I think it would just be Sony and Activision will work together to make it, which would be cool. But also, if this is crazy successful, we might get a Crash Bandicoot movie. Because Ratchet and Clank's getting a fucking movie. Why not? You know what I mean?
True.
Sony Cinematic Universe.
Oh god.
They're making that Uncharted movie still, apparently.
Oh really?
Uncharted, Crash, Sly Cooper. That'd be great.
Animated. Mixed with real people.
Yeah. It's just like, come to our world.
Spyro.
I would actually love like Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro.
Well, I don't know who owns Spyro now, because whoever does Skylanders owns Spyro, I think. And they just ruined him. Spyro used to be great, the games, but then they just put him in Skylanders and he's useless.
Isn't he? I thought people like Skylanders, don't they?
I don't know. Well, he's not.
They're not as popular as Disney Infinity.
Spyro and Skylanders versus Spyro in the Spyro games.
Yeah, true, yeah.
So much difference.
You know what, funny enough, I actually think it's Activision. I think Activision bought Crash and Spyro.
Okay.
But, yeah, so, like, if they ever make... I think it'd be really cool, though, like a kind of I'd like a Crash movie. I think it'd be kind of cool.
That'd be cool, yeah. It has to be animated.
Yeah, 100%. Like Ratchet and Clank. I mean, that looks fucking amazing.
Because I'm picturing like a Rocket Raccoon vibe from him, but that would be live action.
No, remember the trailer that came out for Ratchet and Clank? There is a trailer.
No, there is, yes. I only saw it once.
Yeah, true.
A long time ago.
A while ago, yeah. And then like Quark.
Captain Quark.
He's animated as well. They didn't make him like... You know who he would be if they made a live action one?
No, it would definitely be the guy, Joe Swanson from Family Guy.
Yeah, it is. It's Patrick Warburton.
Yeah.
He would be the perfect Quark. But yeah. Anyway, that's our weird segue on Crash. But anyway, I think Crash would be cool. I think it's been a while now since a Crash game, a good Crash game anyway.
Yeah.
Might as well. And then I'm going to leave the last one to you because I couldn't tell you. A Pokemon from a Beyblade.
Yeah. Oh god, from a Yu-Gi-Oh.
I can't tell you.
Digimon.
A Yu-Gi-Oh from a Digiman.
Well, I'm the Pokemon head here, and
you win by default.
I win. Yeah.
I know nothing.
They released the new 722nd Pokemon. My god,
I couldn't name 4. Wait, no, I probably could.
You could name 4.
Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Charizard. Is that one? Charizard.
Yeah.
And then Ash Ketchum. Got him.
Oh, it's not those.
Professor Oak.
They're all first gen.
Professor Oak.
We're on 6th gen now, but
that's mental, eh?
Yeah. The new Pokemon's called, I guess to pronounce it, Magearna, either Magearna or Magearna.
Magearna
I think
kind of sounds cool.
Magearna sounds. We'll have to see until the movie comes out. When the movie comes out, we're announcing the kind of the attacks and the start. It looks.
Movie? I was like a video.
It's going to be a movie. It's a new movie.
Wait, they still make Pokemon movies?
Yeah.
Holy Christ.
The latest Legendary that's handed out called Hooper.
Okay.
They released him with the movie.
Fucking hell.
So and he's got some like mythology. He's like a genie.
Oh, okay.
But they haven't done Volcanion as well. I've seen Volcanion. I haven't seen any distribution of him. I haven't got him yet. I got Hooper. I've gotten at the moment every month you get a Pokemon get released, a legendary one. But this Pokemon is legendary, Magearna. She looks fairy and she looks like steel.
She looks like Cogsworth.
Well, it's got a little bit of Clinks in it. Clinks the Pokemon. He's got 2 gears put together.
Okay,
pretty much. But she looks.
That was easy to design.
There you go. But that's like the head of Magearna looks like Clinks, really.
Okay.
But she looks like she kind of gave me a Diancie vibe as well.
She also looks like a Pokeball.
Recent in the middle, yeah.
The body looks like a Pokeball.
Yeah, it does. The fairy type Diancie, fairy rock, and then this it's kind of like a steel version of her, I'm guessing, or it just looks like it. Gives you the specs of her and stuff, but she is a man-made Pokemon, so she's like Mewtwo.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So like man-made Mewtwo from Mew.
Like a 2.
That's why it's Mewtwo.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But so it is an artificial Pokemon. So I'm wondering how or who makes it. Science, but I'm thinking it's. I don't think I saw what type it actually says it is. I don't think it says what type it is.
I mean.
Oh, there it's pronounced Magearna.
Oh, Magearna. Alright.
Magearna, and yeah, I don't see the type of it. I think it will be fairy and steel.
I guess it would have to be. I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just bullshitting here. I have no idea what any of this is. I mean, look, it's like it looks like a clock, and she looks a bit like a fairy. So yeah, we'll go with steel and fairy.
But that's what it is. I think we'll just have to wait. And all the background looks like there's gears and stuff. So
also, Pokemon is as old as we are.
I know. Yeah. Well, we were born in '95, and that's when the first card set came out. I'm pretty sure. Okay. I've got the '95 card set.
Nice. Me too.
But I guess we'll just have to see. Oh, yeah, you do. We'll just have to see until it gets distributed about like the moves of the movie as well.
The first gen Beyblade.
But that's pretty much it for that. That's just me announcing the new Pokemon.
Yeah, sweet. All right, awesome. That should do us. That should cover everything. We've, I think, gone over everything this week.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, cheers. Awesome. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share it. All that good stuff. And we'll see you guys same time, same channel, I guess. Yeah, we're not going anywhere. I'll see you guys next week. All right. Peace.
Bye.